This happened to me some years ago. I had been in India and I had had some very intense spiritual experiences there, and I had come back to the States, and not too long after that I was on an airplane, and the guy who was sitting next to me on the airplane, we were going cross country, so we had quite a period of time together to talk. And I asked what he did for a living, and it turns out that he was one of the principal people in setting up fundamentalist Christian radio stations throughout the country. I think he had at that time a couple hundred. We got to talking, and I started to, he seemed like a really nice guy, and I said, well, what do you mean by being born again? What does a Christian mean when they say they've been born again? And he began to tell me of this really kind of full, open-hearted kind of feeling in which you are embracing all of creation. I'm using my own words, you understand, and that you had a direct experience of the divine, of God. And I began to think to myself, my goodness, this is so similar to what I experienced in India. And we started, the more we talked, the more our hearts just opened to each other in the moment. The moment was so full and rich. And it was like the seats were on fire with the passion of the presence of the moment. And then we were just ready to descend to our destination. And I asked him, well, what's meant by you can never enter the kingdom except through Jesus Christ? And by the time we landed, I felt completely, I could say, depressed, because I knew that I was going to go to hell based on his interpretation. Because I didn't really feel the need to go in that spiritual direction. And I began to think over the years, how is it that we could be in such beautiful harmony and such connection and such joy and celebrating the same things, each in our own way, and yet, in the end, there was a wall that came down between us. As soon as I began to ask about doctrine and dogma and beliefs, the wall came down and we were as separate as could be. I never forgot that. It's really why I'm doing this film, is because I know that beyond the realm of strict, fixed beliefs or unexamined beliefs, we can connect as humans. We share virtually everything except a few thoughts that develop into beliefs.